All right. So this is going to be kind of like a PSA, I guess. I don't know what to call these. An informational video, I guess. Listen, I was guided to talk to y'all today about your crown, your head, your crown chakra, okay? And letting other people touch your crown, etc. Okay, listen. Your crown chakra, what is this hair? Is there a hair on my lip? That happens a lot with the energy when you're channeling. Like, feels like hairs on your nose. There's a lot of weird things that happen when you're channeling. Anyway, your crown chakra, the top of your head. Your crown chakra is your connection to spirit, universe, divine, God, Ra, source, whatever you call them, okay? Your crown chakra is very important because your brain, your pineal gland, and all that is the Ark of the Covenant, okay? The two tablets, that's your left and your right brain, okay? The pineal gland, that's the seat of the soul, the mercy seat, okay? That's where your soul lives, okay? So protecting your crown is very important. It's not just about head injuries and CTE, okay? It's also about energy. You have to protect your crown chakra because that is your connection to God, okay? That's where the chakra is that connects you to God, okay? If that connection is severed, disrupted, etc., you cannot hear your intuition. You will not hear God speak to you, okay? And without that chakra being activated and you being connected to God, your third eye won't even come open. So it's very important to protect your crown chakra. That's why you'll see a lot of spiritualists and tarot readers with scarves and stuff on their head when they do readings and channel, because it's very easy for energies, spirits, etc., to infiltrate your energy, your aura, and etc. through your crown. Psychic attacks, black magic, evil eye, etc. comes in through your crown chakra. Now, you may be wondering why I don't always put something on my head. You're waiting for an answer. You're not going to get an answer. You're not going to get an answer. Just know that I don't have to do all that sometimes, okay? So, but it's still very important to protect your crown. Also, your hair is also protection of your crown. Now, listen, this is what I wanted to get at, though. It's, like I said, very important for you to protect your crown. So, you need to be careful who you let touch your head or your hair, who you let do your hair or your head, of your barber, etc. All these things matter, okay? You don't want someone doing your hair that is, excuse me, confirmation burps like a motherfucker. So what I'm saying, it's confirmation, okay? You don't want someone touching your hair, doing your hair, cutting your hair that is in a negative energy, because they can transfer that negative energy to you through doing your hair, through touching your crown. Okay? So, you have to be very careful about who you let put their hands in your head. Personally, nobody does my hair but me. I haven't had anybody else do my hair since maybe 1998, 9, 10, 2000. It's been that long. I have always done my own hair. Okay? And that was before I even was spiritually awakened to understand anything. I have just always been very funny about people's hands in my head. And I realized a lot of habits that I had growing up and shit that I couldn't give you a reason why of these things. I realize now that I'm awakened that was spiritual protection. It was always in me. I just didn't understand. I have always been funny about people's hands in my head. I've always been funny about eating other people's food. I've always been funny about people's feet. Like, those are all spiritual things, and I did not know until I became spiritually awakened. But those things, I've always been funny about those things because it was in me, okay? Like I said, if you have someone doing your hair and they're a low vibrational person in negative energy, they can transfer that negative energy to you just by doing your hair, just by cutting your hair. If someone is doing your hair or cutting your hair and they secretly have animosity towards you, and you don't even know that they don't like you. They can transfer evil eye and negative energy to you just by doing your hair, touching your hair. Random people on the street that want to walk up and touch your fucking hair, no, start slapping motherfuckers' hands. If somebody wants to walk up to you and randomly touch your hair, oh, your hair is so pretty, slap their fucking hand. Don't you let nobody touch your damn hair unauthorized and unprovoked. Nah, they trying to do some weird shit. I don't care what anybody says. They're trying to do some weird shit. Okay? Really quickly, I want to thank my returning subscribers for coming back and fucking with your girl. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, your subscribes, your memberships, your donations, your tips, your bookings, your... Did I say memberships? I probably did. The love, the encouragement, the support, everything. Gang, gang. I love you. And you know this. Man, if this is your first time ever seeing me, hello. You're welcome to come in. You don't have to stand there and look. You can come in and have a seat. I don't bite unless I need to. My name is Jocelyn, okay? But you are more than welcome to call me Jocey. I am the Opus Oracle, the musical Oracle. So I channel a lot of messages through music, etc. I also am an energy reader, so I pick up on the energy however spirit, universe, divine, God, Ra sees fit. All right? And just so you know, I'm also known as Enia the Goat. And you will see soon why I am the goat. Bah. If you are ever interested in booking a private personal reading, spiritual guidance and advice session, dream interpretation, Akashic record channeling, etc., you are welcome to go down to my description box and click on the Set More link. That'll take you to my booking page where you can book any one of those services. Also, I'm offering until January 3rd, 2026. I'm offering New Year Who Dis 2026 forecast readings. So you click that link, you'll be able to book one of those too, okay? If you are interested in my El Freak readings or my Extendo readings, you're going to want to become a member of this channel. I also give morning motivation messages every morning. And I'm working on some other things like classes and courses behind the scenes that I'll be bringing to the members only soon. So if you don't want to miss out, become a member. Also, right now, until January 2nd, 2026 at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern, I am hosting a raffle. This raffle, you have the opportunity to win a 30-minute reading from me. That is a $120 value, and you can get it by possibly winning this raffle. It just takes $1 to buy 2 tickets. And if you're feeling like increasing your odds, you can get up to 10 tickets for $5. You just have to send your dues to my Cashapp or my PayPal. Include your full name, first and last, in the description, info, notes, whatever. And make sure you put the word raffle so I know who you are when you win. And I'll be announcing the winner on live January 3rd, 2026 at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern. So you're going to want to subscribe so that you don't miss the live or the post, so that you know when you win, okay? Now, back to what I was saying. Your head, your crown. It's very important. Now, you don't necessarily have to do your own hair like I do, okay? Like, you don't have to, because it's very difficult to give yourself a taper fade, do your own braids. Like anything if you ever see any older pictures of me before my locks, anything you ever see me do to my hair, I did myself. If you are not that talented and skilled, you can still get your hair done by other people. You just need to be careful of who it is. 11:11 on the timer. You just need to be careful of who they are, what energy they are in when they're doing your hair, And if you have any kind of weird feeling about the energy or anything, and you have no choice but to have this person do your hair, when you get done getting your hair done, you get back to wherever you go, your home, whatever, you need to cleanse your energy. Just in case they transferred some bullshit to you during the hair session, okay? Same thing for the men with the haircuts. You don't have to necessarily cut your barber off, okay? But if you feel like there's some kind of negative energy, it doesn't even have to be negative energy towards you. It could just be that they're having a bad day in general. It has nothing to do with you. But because they're in that negative energy of the bad day, it can transfer to you, and then all of a sudden your day starts going to shit. So you're going to want to also, men, after you get your hair cut and you leave the barbershop, you're going to want to cleanse your energy, okay? And there's a lot of ways that you can cleanse your energy. You can cleanse your energy by movement, dancing, working out, etc. Walking, okay? Running. You can cleanse your energy with sound, music, bells, singing bowls, singing. You can cleanse your energy with light. Go outside in the sun, take a walk. You can cleanse your energy with water. Get in the shower. Pray when the water is washing over you in the shower, that Spirit, God, will cleanse your energy field, okay? You can cleanse your energy with incense smoke, sage smoke. There's a whole bunch of ways that you can clear your energy, okay? So you literally you don't need to cut off your barber or your hairstylist. You just need to be mindful of what energy they're in when they're playing in your head. And if you feel any kind of way, just cleanse your energy when you leave their establishment, okay? But if you feel like, oh, that's another thing. Your crown. If you're an empath, it's going to be important for you to cover your crown when you go in public, okay? If you're an empath and you don't necessarily know how to control your empath abilities and not soak up everyone else's emotions, you're going to want to cover your head. So this is going to be a good way for you to protect your crown when you're in public, because when you're in public, there are a bunch of people around you, a bunch of energies from everyone around you. And if you don't know how to control your empath abilities, you will inadvertently suck up everyone else's energy and it'll affect you. And that happens through your crown, okay? So you could be in a crowd of people, and because there's some people angry over here, these people seem like they're going to be getting in a fight. These people are very loud. There's a lot going on around you. Someone looks sad, and you're just absorbing all of it. So now you're overwhelmed. Now you feel sad. Now you feel anxious. Now you got all these feelings going on and you don't know where the fuck they came from. It's the people around you. So you're going to want to cover your head with a hat, a scarf, something, until you learn how to control your empathic abilities. When I was new to my journey, and I would, before I even knew anything, before I was on my spiritual journey, before I even knew what an empath was, I would literally, everyone else's mood would affect my mood. And I just thought I don't know. So when I learned about what an empath was and how empaths absorb other people's energy, things started to make sense. When I learned about the crown and covering the crown to protect your energy, I started covering my crown when I would go in public, because when I would be on the bus, because I ride public transportation, I don't drive. I've never had a license. I've never owned a car. I don't want to. When I would be on the bus, all those people's energies would affect me, okay? Or when I would be at work around all those people, it would affect me. So I started covering my head when I would go out. And I noticed a huge difference in how my energy felt compared to what it felt like when I would be around all those people and my head was uncovered. So after a while of me keeping my head covered, I would cover my head when I left and went out in public. I would cover my head when I was in the house with my handler. And it really did help me learn to control my empathic abilities. So now I don't need to cover my head when I go out. I can literally control it. I know how to keep everybody's energy out of my energy, no matter what's going on around me. I've learned how to do that. So you're going to want to probably cover your head when you leave the house as much as possible. And if you see a difference in how your own energy feels, you might want to start doing that as a habit until you learn how to control your empathic abilities enough to not need it anymore. Okay? Everything with spirituality, you have to practice. It's not like you just woke up and knew all this shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't wake up and just know all this shit. I had to learn all this shit. Some of the shit I did wake up and just know. I'm not even going to hold you. I did sometimes wake up after an ascension session at night. And I know when I'm ascending at night. And I would just know things. Okay? So it will happen like that for you. You're going to wake up sometimes and be like, how the fuck do I... You don't know how you know it because your ass was learning in the middle of the night in the astral realm. But anyway, that's a whole nother... But yeah, until you learn how to control your empathic abilities, you're going to want to keep that noggin covered, okay? But eventually, you may be able to not need anything on your head. Like I said, your hair is also your crown. Or also is protection for your crown. So after a while, once you learn how to work that shit, you're not going to need anything. But I feel like that's it. Be careful who you let touch your head, your crown, who you let do your hair, cut your hair, etc. Their energy, everything. Be careful. Be mindful of that. And if you have no other choice, make sure you cleanse your energy when you are done getting your hair done, getting your hair cut, etc. Even if you go out in public, make it a habit to come back and cleanse your energy from everyone else's energy that you were interacting with or around while you were in public. And I guarantee you will see a difference in how your own energy feels. Okay? But my loves, I'm going to close this here. I love you and I will see you in the next one.